All right, today has been the biggest day yet since we have started this series, and I can't wait to jump in.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, yesterday I said if the idea about posting in Facebook groups worked, that I would be back on track. And today we are at 1,067 followers, which is up 43 from the time yesterday when I filmed the video and gave you guys the update on me missing a day and falling behind. Now, that's the biggest single day jump in this sprint to gain new followers and get up to 1,500 followers. Now, one post in a local Facebook group did all of the legwork. So here's where we're at the end of day 6. 1,067 followers. We started day 1 at 969, so that's 98 new followers in 6 days. And we've got a lot of new visits to the page as well, which is a huge jump from the week before. Now, the pace that I needed going forward was 18 a day after I missed the day before. So yesterday I got 43, which is just a huge boost for me. Now, I want to be honest about what these numbers actually are. 43 new followers in a day is real achievable growth for any small business owner in a small town. It's not a huge number, right? But it is a real number, and it's something that anybody can do. And the goal of this entire sprint isn't to go viral. It's to consistently do the right things in the right places. And that's what this looks like. These are numbers that any of you watching could hit as well. Now, one moment that I want to talk about before I get into the rest of the video. I almost didn't make this post in the group at all. I kind of sat around with the idea for a day before I really hit submit. I was worried that I would come off as spammy. I don't want to come off that way. People, just boosting their own stuff in a group and not being authentic and real. And especially since I live in a small community, I don't want to burn my reputation, especially in a community group only a few days into opening a new business. And I don't want to feel the effects of that for years to come. So I did decide to go ahead and hit submit because the format that we decided to go with did feel a little bit different. It led with a question. It was engaging. It was honest and authentic. It wasn't just spammy, right? It kind of asked the group what they wanted and got them to engage. And so here's what actually happened. I posted this in the group, and by the end of the day, or by the end of the time that I got the screenshot, we had 36 likes, 82 comments, 9 shares, and 43 new followers. People saw the post, they clicked through to the page, and they wanted to hit follow because now they want to see what comes next. But here is the key part in all of this, the part that's worth more than the follower count. These comments are also telling us what real customers actually want from us in the ice cream shop. And so here's what came up again and again. I got a number of comments about dairy-free options. People mentioned almond or coconut milk ice cream options because that would help bring her and her kids in more often because they may have a dairy allergy. And that's real demand in the community that I hadn't fully thought about. I didn't realize that this many people were interested in this. That was the number one comment I got. Now, I also had comments around classic flavors. People just mentioning like mint chip and vanilla and chocolate. I'm overthinking some of these complicated flavors. But there's a lot of people who just wanted kind of some basic kind of good ice cream homemade flavors. Another common comment that I saw made multiple times was around the in-store experience. People were talking about wanting to be able to come to an ice cream shop that's very clean, that gives them a place to sit, that might have good ambiance, background music, something like that. They don't want to come into a dirty place. And while I never would have expected to have a dirty restaurant, I'm going to keep the place clean and neat. It shows how important that is to people in our community if they're going to take that extra step to walk into the store, not just go through a drive-through. And then another comment that I saw a few times was dye-free options. And here's what's crazy. All of the ice cream at Flying Dolly's is dye-free. They're all natural colors, natural dyes. There's nothing that is artificial about the colors in these ice creams, which is huge. And so that's going to be a big selling point for us as we talk about our products going forward and getting ready to open Flying Dolly's in 2027. So here's a big marketing lesson that anybody should pay attention to when opening a business or getting ready to launch new or different products, or just simply trying to understand what your customers want and which direction you should take your business. You don't have to guess what your customers want. They will tell you, but you have to ask them. You have to get out there and talk with them. You can't just assume that you know what they want. So just like for me in the post that I made, look at all those comments that came in. So I'm going to do a few things now. I'm going to actually post in another local Facebook group today. I found another group that's friendly, welcoming, that I think has a larger following, and that I think I'll get some more of this feedback from, and then I can compare it to what came out of the post yesterday as well, so I can kind of see what's going on there. But I do want to be very clear. I'm not going to flood every local group. I'm going to kind of take it nice and easy and move slowly, be methodical, one group at a time, kind of spread it out and make sure that I don't burn any bridges. So, will lightning strike twice? Can I get this kind of reaction again tomorrow? We're going to see. We're going to find out. But we've got 24 days left. We've got 400 and some odd followers to go. But we are back on track. We're hitting our numbers. And the marketing lesson is to go where your audience already is. Stop just posting randomly, but go into these community groups, leverage their feedback and learn about your customers and talk with them and have that conversation. That's the whole point of social media. So thank you to everybody who commented yesterday and sent me emails about this yesterday. I'm still getting new and different ideas, so I can't wait to read through more of those suggestions and continue to work on things. But thank you for these original initial ideas because they kind of pushed me to go on a route that I didn't fully expect to go. So we will see you tomorrow with another update. All right, take care.
1, 2.